Imagine spending $200 million to dominate the Olympics, only to be upstaged by a man who didn't pay a dime. In 2008, Adidas thought they owned the Beijing Games. But when one unexpected torchbearer ran through the stadium, everything changed. His name? Li Ning. What happened that night wasn't just a viral moment. It was a masterclass in brand power, patriotism, and outsmarting global giants. Stay with me, because this story might just change the way you think about modern marketing forever. Let's rewind and break down one of the smartest branding plays in Olympic history. At the 2008 Beijing Olympics, a local underdog brand pulled off something no one expected. It defeated the global giant Adidas, right on its home turf, without being an official sponsor. How did a retired gymnast, armed with nothing but authenticity and timing, steal the spotlight during the world's most watched event? What happened that night didn't just shake the business world, it rewrote the branding playbook. And the secret behind this historic moment? It not only transformed a local sportswear company, it shows how modern brands can outsmart even the biggest global players with the right story, strategy, and cultural timing. Li Ning, known as China's Prince of Gymnastics, won 6 medals at the 1984 Olympics and later founded his sportswear company. Adidas, on the other hand, spent nearly $200 million to sponsor the 2008 Beijing Olympics, expecting their logo to dominate. During the opening ceremony, Li Ning was unexpectedly chosen as the final torchbearer, running along the Bird's Nest Stadium's edge to light the cauldron, captivating billions of viewers. Despite wearing Adidas's uniform, his moment overshadowed their branding, with many forgetting the Adidas logo. Li Ning's appearance led to a significant boost in his company's visibility, with reports suggesting stock price surges and a $30 million paper gain for Li Ning, though exact figures are challenging to confirm. Adidas gave Li Ning their respect, but the real winner was the culture itself. Chinese media celebrated his moment as a proud symbol for the nation. By 2010, Li Ning briefly overtook Adidas in China's sportswear market, growing from 10% market share, showing the power of authenticity. This detailed analysis explores how Li Ning, a former Olympic gymnast and entrepreneur, outmaneuvered Adidas during the 2008 Beijing Olympics, leveraging authenticity and cultural resonance to overshadow a $200 million sponsorship. The 2008 Beijing Olympics was a pivotal event for global brands, particularly in the sportswear industry, given China's emerging market. Adidas, a German sportswear giant, invested heavily to secure sponsorship rights, with estimates suggesting a total expenditure of around $190 million, including marketing and activation costs. This investment aimed to dominate visibility, clothing athletes, officials, and volunteers, and leveraging the games to strengthen their foothold in China. Li Ning, on the other hand, was a national icon, having won 6 medals, 3 gold, 2 silver, 1 bronze, at the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, earning the nickname Prince of Gymnastics. The opening ceremony on August 8, 2008, was a global spectacle, watched by billions. The identity of the final torchbearer was kept secret, even from Li Ning's family, adding to the surprise that captivated audiences worldwide. Crucially, Li Ning wore the official Adidas torchbearer uniform, but the focus was entirely on him. An Adidas spokesman later admitted that while every Chinese person they interviewed remembered Li Ning, no one recalled the Adidas logo, effectively nullifying their $200 million investment in that moment. This phenomenon, termed ambush marketing, highlighted how Li Ning's personal brand and cultural significance overshadowed official sponsorship. The immediate aftermath saw Li Ning's company benefit significantly. Reports claimed a 3.7% stock price jump on the ceremony day, and another 5% the next trading day, leading to a $30 million paper gain. While exact stock data from August 8th through 9th wasn't available, Bloomberg's report just days after the opening ceremony revealed something clear. Li Ning's stock had surged. The market was buying into the moment. Given the context, it seems plausible that the stock saw significant movement, though exact figures remain unverified due to limited access to historical financial data from that period. Adidas's global communications director publicly praised Li Ning, stating he was a sporting hero who deserved the honor, avoiding any public bitterness. The long-term effects were significant for Li Ning. By 2010, the company briefly overtook Adidas for the second spot in China's sportswear market, growing from 10% market share to challenge global giants. This growth was attributed to the cultural resonance of Li Ning's moment, which did what millions in advertising couldn't. However, Li Ning's subsequent strategy of rapid expansion and premium repositioning, including opening thousands of stores and adopting the slogan, "Anything is possible," echoing Adidas's "Impossible is nothing," faced challenges. By 2012, Chinese consumers resisted paying luxury prices for a local brand, forcing Li Ning to return to its cheap and cheerful roots. It was a powerful reminder. Staying true to your roots only works if it's backed by smart execution. This case study illustrates a key lesson in modern branding. Authenticity often trumps advertising budgets. Adidas's $200 million investment aimed to buy attention, but Li Ning earned it through a cultural connection that resonated deeply with Chinese audiences. The evidence leans toward the idea that people connect with stories and values, not just logos, as seen in Li Ning's embodiment of national pride and Olympic legacy. For entrepreneurs today, this story underscores the power of personal branding. In a world saturated with AI-generated content and corporate messaging, authenticity is a differentiator. Successful founders build personal brands that align with their company's values, making marketing effortless and impactful, as Li Ning demonstrated. From a cultural perspective, the Li Ning case study reflects the phenomenon of soft nationalism in consumer behavior, where Chinese citizens weren't just purchasing products, but buying into national pride. The torch-lighting moment transcended sports performance to become a cultural symbol of China's emergence on the world stage. This also reflects a global trend where consumers increasingly seek emotional and cultural connections with brands rather than purely functional relationships. From an economic perspective, this represents early evidence of the premiumization trend among domestic brands in emerging markets. Li Ning demonstrated that in a globalized economy, competitive advantage stems not only from scale or marketing budgets, but from deep cultural resonance with local markets. The event also signaled a power shift in the sports industry from Western brands toward Asian counterparts, foreshadowing broader economic realignments. From a modern consumer behavior perspective, this story signals the transition from logo-driven consumption to story-driven consumption, where modern consumers care less about brand labels and more about the narratives and values products represent. In the era of social media and content marketing, the Li Ning moment demonstrates how a single authentic moment can generate greater impact than meticulously planned advertising campaigns. The 2008 Beijing Olympics occurred as China was asserting its position on the international stage just months before the global financial crisis. The Li Ning event wasn't merely a marketing story, but reflected the national spirit and aspirations of a rising nation, capturing a unique moment when cultural authenticity intersected with global visibility. The story of Li Ning outsmarting Adidas at the 2008 Beijing Olympics is a compelling case study in the power of authenticity and personal branding. It highlights how cultural resonance can outshine even the largest marketing budgets, offering valuable lessons for entrepreneurs and businesses today. For those interested in history, business, and practical knowledge, this narrative underscores the enduring value of aligning brand stories with audience values and demonstrates that in an increasingly connected world, authentic moments still possess superior power over calculated marketing strategies. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Capital Compass, so you won't miss any future deep dives into the forces shaping our world. See you in the next video.